Welcome back to our channel, and we've got our next movie TV series kit coming up, and we're doing the Bronco from Canon. And while I know most people, when they think of Canon, think of his Continental, his Mark III, but they don't make a model kit of that, so I decided to go with one of the Broncos that he drove throughout the life of the show. Well, actually, this Bronco we're building is the only one I believe you see him actually drive. There are a couple other Broncos, but I don't think he was the one that was driving them. But this one he was for sure. This Bronco first appeared in the episode The Devil's Playground, where he's chasing a bunch of dirt bike guys that were riding around doing whatever. I don't remember, but anyway, we're doing that Bronco, and it was kind of like we'll talk about it here in a second, but it was like a two-tone light blue, dark blue Bronco. So anyway, my wife is doing a ton better. She goes back to work here in a few days, actually, so the dust is finally settling down, and we can get back to a normal schedule here on our YouTube channel and on our projects. So this is a Revell kit. I'm not going to go into kit review kind of thing. Most of you guys, this kit's been out for a while, so most of you guys have already built this. You're already aware of the kit. There's probably been a million kit reviews done on this kit, so why waste time and why waste my breath? If you're not familiar with this kit, I can tell you it's worth the money. It's a nice kit. Really is. Revell did a good job on it. So that being said, let's get cracking on the Bronco. We've already started it. I'm up to step number, what step am I on? 9. I'm up to step number 9. When you get up to step number 9, this is what you're going to have. It comes with a 289. Here is a picture. Here's the 289 up close. You can kind of see it. Nice little kit. We're not running wires. I'm not feeling it, so screw it. We're not going to run wires on this, but it is a cool little engine. One of the rare kits that gives you an alternator bracket and a sliding adjustment bracket for the alternator. So that's pretty rare. That's about as rare as pulling matching socks out of a dryer. And I don't know why they don't do that more often. I mean, if Revell can figure out how to put a bracket on and adjusting a slider bar, they can. I don't see why nobody else can figure it out. But there it is. That's 289. There's the transmission. There is the exhaust manifolds. We're going to go into how I did all that, what colors I used. You can kind of see that there. Transmission. There's that. 4-wheel drive unit. You can see that. The exhaust. There is the dual exhaust. There is the rear axle. Rusted up a little bit. The frame we're going to rust up. Right now it looks kind of shiny and glossy, but we'll get that dulled down. It's supposed to be semi-gloss black, but it's going to get dulled down much more. So once we get our weathering on the frame rails. And we've got the weathering on the exhaust. There's the drive shaft for the rear axle. Of course, we got one more to put on for the front axle for the 4-wheel drive. So there's that. So that's what it looks like. Some wonderful detailed parts that Revell gives you. That axle is awesome. Love the detailing on it. Super. It was done super well. And front one is just as nice. So there's that. Now, to get the 289 painted up, we'll start back up here again. Get the little 289 painted up. Come on, focus. There we go. Get the 289 painted up. We used Model Master Ford Engine Blue. This is the acrylic version of it. Got that. We put a black brush on it, even though you can't really tell that much because it's such a dark blue. Excuse the blood blister there. such a dark blue, but there it is. The transmission now is 3 colors. The transmission is a base color of this gray, and then a light coat of gunmetal gray, and then a dry brushing of this metallic silver. The reason why I do this on all my transmissions is most of your instructions say, well, just paint it aluminum or paint it silver. And that's cool, but honestly, I've never seen a transmission that was installed in a car with a few miles on it, a bright silver or bright aluminum. There's just more of a dark gray metallic, and unless it's a show rod where it's intentionally chromed or buffed out or what have you, they're usually more of a dark metallic gray. So that's why I always go with this dark gray look on my transmissions. So that's the story on the transmissions. The exhaust manifolds there, you can see that there. That's done with 3 colors, 4 colors? 4 colors, sorry. It's done with a base of black, just plain old crap black. And then we have a brushing of burnt sienna, a brushing of raw sienna. Yep, there it is, raw sienna. And then a little bit of rust. I think this is called rust red. So those are our 4 colors. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 colors. One more, I forgot about the gunmetal gray, the metallic, to give it that cast iron kind of look. So we put the black on first, and then kind of a dry brushing of the raw sienna, burnt sienna, and then we kind of dab the rust on a little bit in areas, because no 2 manifolds are exactly the same, so I do each one a little differently. And then I do a dry brushing of the gunmetal gray, the metallic, to give it that cast iron look that the manifolds had. So that's how we did that. Oil filter is just plain old white, nothing special there. Air filter is just plain old white. So that's the engine, transmission. The frame is just black primer done with a gloss coat of Krylon gloss acrylic, which is really more of a semi-gloss. So, and as I said, the frame rails are going to get dulled down quite a bit. The rock guard on the 4-wheel drive unit, we kind of chipped up a little bit, added a little bit of rust. That's what we're going to do with the frame as well. The exhaust, the front pipes, mufflers, and tailpipes, those have been done with AK stainless steel. Yeah, the AK metal stainless steel. This is enamel, so it's made for an airbrush, but I'm too lazy to fire up my airbrush. I just put it on with a brush, since it's already thinned, and it goes on just as well with a hairbrush than an airbrush. So we've done both sides with the AK interactive stainless steel. The mufflers have been done with the AK Dura aluminum, which is an aluminum color with a little bit of gold in it. You see it there. Oop, there you go, see it there. I think it's mainly for jet exhausts and stuff like that, but it's great for mufflers. So I put a coat of this on the mufflers, and then we took the burnt sienna and rust and kind of a wet coat of that and kind of rusted up the pipes and the mufflers. And then the area here where it connects to the pipes, the mufflers, we hit it with a little bit of black wash. So a lot of washes on this. So there's the exhaust, that's the deal there. The Reese hitch back here, that's just black rusted up with a little bit of, is it raw sienna? Yeah, raw sienna. And I might add a little bit of rust on that, because usually these Reese hitches, they're black when you put them on the car. They're painted black, but after a while they get kind of rusty and crappy and chipped up and all that other crap. So that's the story on the Reese hitch. That's on there. Now the axle, the rear axle is, this is a base color of the AK, what I use on that? The aluminum? No, I use the stainless steel as a base color on the axle. And then I went over the axle with raw sienna, burnt sienna, a little bit of rust and black to kind of give it, kind of a worn a few miles on it kind of look. So that's the rear axle. We'll do the front axle the same way. And then the shocks, those have been done with the ultramarine blue from Army Painter. And then just plain old Craft Smart, or not Craft Smart, Tester's black craft paint. And then the metallic parts are my Prismacolor marker. It's just, pretty easy peasy there. So that's the story on the rear shocks. As I said, the frame is just black primer, and then we're going to rust it up and kind of dull it down a little bit. I'm going to assume this is the second gas tank, so we might hit that with some AK Interactive aluminum, the paste, the wax, kind of like a rub and buff kind of thing. I got a tube of that, that's AK. We might hit it with that, but I wanted it to have that base of black. So that's the story on the frame and on the 289. Good looking little frame there. Revell did a super job with this kit. It's worth the money if you want to get yourself a little Bronco. Now let's talk about the body here. The body is a two-tone, and if you're not familiar with that episode or familiar with the Bronco, let's put it up here like this. There we go. This is the Bronco as it appeared in the episode. You can kind of see it there with Cannon driving it. There is a shot of the interior. So it has white seats, white door panels, white sun visors, a black steering wheel, black dashboard, black mat there in the back. And of course the interior is the body color for the most part. Now the two-tone, well, the roll bar is black too. You can see the roll bar there. But the two-tone is interesting because you can see by these two pictures. I didn't notice this until I put the two pictures together. And when I was watching the episode, it didn't even register that this side of the Bronco, the passenger side, is missing the two-tone on top of the fender. It's also missing the chrome. Well, it's not missing the chrome. It's on there, but it's been painted over. You can tell that that was a replacement, a quick replacement on the fender where they did a Earl Scheib job on the fender and just painted over everything and called it a day. So I guess we're going to do that. I mean, we can go ahead and continue this blue like over here, but if we're going to do the Bronco as it appeared on TV, then we're going to have to do it like this and leave that fender just like that. So it'll look kind of weird, but that's how it was on TV. So that's how we got to do it. The wheels that come with this kit are chrome, and those are, you can clearly see are just painted silver. So I have them in a stripper, and they're already white. I'm sitting here looking at them; they're white. So those are ready to be taken out of the stripper, and we'll just paint them with. I have Krylon shortcuts that they call it chrome. It's just a bright silver. We can shoot the wheels with that Krylon shortcuts, and those will be spiffy. And of course the seats and stuff we'll do in white, and the panels and everything we'll do it in an off-white. That's not a bright white, that's an off-white. So we'll do it in like a eggshell or antique white kind of deal. The hood, as you can see, there is two-tone, so we need to copy that. The grill is painted. It's not a chrome grill. The whole thing's painted. The headlight trim rings are black, so we got to do that. See, their bumpers are white, so we got to copy that. I got the plate number off the back here. I already have the plate made in Paint Shop Pro. It's a California black plate, so we'll put that on the back and front because they had plates on both back and front. In fact, there is the plate number. It's TUN 798, so we'll do that. I think that's about it on the body. We'll just copy the body, and it should be pretty spiffy. We'll probably do this in the craft acrylics. I don't have anything a light blue like that in enamel or lacquer, so we'll use this color here as a base. This Blue Lagoon. It's a satin from Americana. I added some white to it, and that will give us our body color. which is right here. So we got some of that mixed up. It'll be a satin, and then we'll clear it with lacquer. The Tamiya gloss lacquer we'll clear all this up with. The two-tone, we'll use this color here, which is another satin. It's just navy blue, so we'll do the top half of the Bronco in this color, and that'll take care of the body, so we got that covered. And I think it's really about it. Here is the decal sheet. We have one decal cut out, which is a decal for the oil filter, but there is, if you're interested in the decal sheet, that's what you get. I believe that's it. That's all I got. All right, guys, going on long enough. I think that's it. Take care. We'll see you in our next update on the Bronco.